Hi, I'm Gatlin Didier, and you're listening to Like a Farmer.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. I'm excited to introduce these guests today. As always, every single Wednesday, why don't you catch us on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast? Hey, 100th episode of Like a Farmer is coming up soon. We need to know who you want to see on the show. Why don't you drop a comment and see Gatlin and Granny Didier. I'm excited for y'all to be on the show today.
We're excited. Thank you for having us. Congrats on 100 episodes, too. That's an awesome accomplishment.
It is a grind. I mean, I appreciate you recognizing that. Like, to do 100 of these and just the logistics of it, right? I mean, we're here in the beautiful town of Fay. This is Fay, Oklahoma.
Yep.
How many people, population-wise?
40 was the last census, and I think they've lost a few since that one. So.
40 people in Fay, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Segment. We're going to start with the segment on the show. Cut to the chase, presented by Case Knives, okay? I got two questions, one for each. Describe your time in L.A. in 60 seconds, Gatlin.
Ooh, L.A., country kid in L.A., it was like, the best way to describe it, it was almost like that Morgan Wallen song, An L.A. Night, but mine was not near as explicit as he sets it up in the hotel room. But man, you go out there bright-eyed, and you're like, it feels like the movie, the show Entourage, like you're seeing all these things, and the nostalgia of Hollywood, but all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, there's a crackhead right beside my pickup as I'm leaving acting class. I just witnessed drug usage in multiple different forms I've never seen in my life. And then, somebody will smile at you and you turn around and they'll throw something at you. So that's kind of sums up my experience out there. But I did meet some really cool people I'm out there, and ultimately met the coolest of them all is my wife.
Your wife?
So,
yeah.
That was the main reason. Now, Granny, when you heard that Gatlin was moving to L.A., what were your first thoughts about that?
Well, I just was happy because he wants to do whatever he wants to do. That's good. Let him go with blessings.
Go see the world, I mean, from Fay to L.A.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could have a content series just like that. Granny, you have the cattle prod on you right now. Where did that start? Like, how did that come about?
Well, I was chasing him he was in the golf cart doing something, and I was chasing him with this, and that's how it started. So now this is my go-to thing.
thirst trap era, the thirst trap
Oh,
era.
yeah, thirst
We used to
traps.
hook people with thirst traps to get them into farming videos, and that's how that came into be. She would just show up and shock me to get me to stop, and that's where your famous "Morals over Hussies" line became one of our very first famous taglines we had in all of our videos.
Y'all have had some great videos. The cool thing is, and that's why I'm really excited to be here in Fay, is the social content that y'all are doing is awesome. But what about the tradition that y'all have here? I mean, the ranch itself, help me out here, it's over 100 years old.
120 years, 1902, when our ancestors got here, landed. That's 123 years now. It's pretty cool. Like, where we're at, where we film everything, where we're at today is literally where Pierre and Marie Didier, the French settlers, immigrants, landed back then. And as we showed you all earlier, it's expanded over time, and we're still here doing it. It's evolved. We used to be a little bit of everything. They had an orchard down here right by the creek, mixed with, they had chickens, pigs, cattle, wheat farming. They did everything back, like traditionally what every farm would do. And now we're a full cow-calf operation. Barely do any farming. You still got to do farming, as you know, if you're going to raise your own hay and have your own corn. You have to do those things still, because my dad says I'm no longer you cannot call him a farmer. He's a rancher. So now we're like a full true ranch operation. But the essence of where we're at in Western Oklahoma, the heartland, it's still very much farming communities, and that's how our internet stuff started. Was like, how do we honor where we're from? Pay homage to the family. And best way I could do it was through a character, Daryl Bibbins, and he was a farm boy and not a cowboy, not a a country boy. He was a farm boy, and there wasn't very many farm boy representations on the internet, and that's our way of being able to highlight where we're from, and the way we were able to do it which was all through skits and comedy. And I grew up watching Hee Haw with her and Grandpa and Andy Griffith's show, Bonanza, all that. And I was like, and then I also loved South Park growing up. And so I was like, how do we blend all that? A little Seinfeld. How do we get all that into content?
Yeah.
And that's how we did it. And the coolest part is like, we're still getting to keep the legacy going, honor where we're from, honor our ancestors, and hopefully be able to pass something down and give it some more sustainability than what it may have had, let's say, 5 years ago.
I think there's something to be said. I mean, y'all have done a great job when it comes to the social side on building a brand, and I'm excited to talk about what you're going to do moving forward with the brand. But it's a different way of life, and I mean, number one, Granny's got way more followers than you too, which is just awesome.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got me on Instagram. Oh, but there's one you're still waiting on.
TikTok.
Yeah.
No, I haven't beat him on TikTok yet.
She's coming for me.
I'm
though.
trying.
She's been trying. I keep stretching it out. She gets close and I stretch it out.
I mean, Granny, when you think about how social media has changed, I mean, you've seen it all, right? I mean, this has got to be a different life for you too. Like, what are your thoughts on this new day and age of social media and how people are using that to build their own brand?
Well, I have mixed emotions about it for sure because I'm not into that as much as, younger people are. And I'm always nervous that it's not what I think it is.
I know Granny has a take on it. I mean, she's like, it's respectable to have the knowledge to know that it can be a tool for good, but it also can lead to bad as well. And I think everybody understands that. And y'all are doing such a great job of y'all's videos.
Thank you.
I mean, when did that, I would say that's probably one good thing that came back from LA as well, is you being able to know how to create content. Was that an accurate statement? I mean, you weren't doing this before LA.
No, well, yeah, before LA, the biggest thing, I started acting in like regionally in Norman, and I'd go down to Dallas for auditions and stuff, and went out to LA. But like my degree at OU was in journalism school, but it was a video audio production degree. So I was very emphasis on audio. But I loved Clint Eastwood growing up, and I loved guys who could do it in front of the camera, but also could tell a story behind. I admire those guys so much. Even modern days, like what Bradley Cooper did with The Star Is Born, things like that. It's like that's what to me is always like what moves the needle from being a creative person. And then I was like, once I was out in LA, and then I'd go to auditions, and you'd crush it, you get close, you get to producers, they'd be like, this guy beat you. Like we'd always ask, my management would ask, like, what was wrong? Like, yeah, he has no social media following. I had 500 Instagram followers in like 2019, 2020, like right when COVID started. So it kind of inspired me. One day, my father-in-law was like, looked at me. My wife worked at Warner Brothers, but she was on the licensing, like financial side, the side that makes money more so than what the actors do. He was like, aren't you an actor? I go, yeah. And he goes, then why aren't you acting, man? And I was like, it's a good question. So I just like, well, I know how to do all this stuff, so why don't I throw it up on YouTube and Facebook at the time? And then like a few months later, TikTok was starting to get hot, and people were asking me like, why don't you throw these on TikTok? I was like, sure, I'll throw it up there. I don't even know what it is. And first video did like 30,000 views, and I was like, whoa, what's this app? And so that kind of sparked that. And then, yeah, it's the coolest part is like, I've realized I get to be my own. I don't have to wait around for a job. I can tell our story and tell it and I can be in control of all that and not wait around. And it opened up this whole world for us that I did not see 5 years ago.
No kidding. I mean, I wish the viewers could see our scene that we're looking at right now. I mean, what a beautiful area that Fay, Oklahoma is. At what point were you like, when you were here, were you like, okay, I got to go to LA? Like, I know that I want to be an actor, so I'm moving to LA.
Probably when I was getting into the professional side of film and television stuff, I was like, oh, I love this. This is great. I did theater stuff growing up. I didn't ever love theater acting, but I loved being able to tell stories and putting a puzzle together. Then I went out. So Connor, ironically, our videographer, invited me to go to LA. He's like, if you want to be an actor, dude, you should go out and visit it. So he'd go out every summer with his family. Didn't know this. He had an uncle that was like high up at Disney. He finally like communicated that to me after years of being friends. Like, oh, okay, that's probably an important thing. So we went out there to stay for a couple of weeks. That was the week I met my wife, ironically, at the same time, just visiting LA. But I went out there and I had that on, like that moment of like, this is where it goes. It's probably like what Miley Cyrus was talking about when she partied in the USA, like going out there, or like what Bob Seger's talking about in Hollywood Nights, like those things you hear in songs or stories growing up. I was like, I felt that, and I felt that pull out there, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. I watched a great documentary at the time. Keanu Reeves made it. It was like, it's called I can't remember exactly, something Side by Side, and he's talking about digital versus film, and I loved that, and I was like, I want to get in that world. So that's when I really knew. And then my dad, I just said, Dad, like I want to do this, and he was the guy who really like got me into movies. I watched movies with him probably every night of my life growing up. I'd be watching HBO at 4 years old. Probably shouldn't. But, you know,
Yeah,
executive decisions on Executive Order with Kurt Russell. Like I'm watching that, I'm learning a lot of things, and it inspired me. It's like that's the world I want to be in, and I went into it. You know, the very what do you say? Like us country guys, sometimes we don't know better. Like you're so naive, but I thought I could do it. I still think I can do it, but I'm doing it my own way.
I could just only imagine you rolling up like it was Beverly Hillbillies, right? Like just rolling
Jethro,
up.
Granny,
Just rolling up. So you're a big movie guy. Can I get a Mount Rushmore of movies of all time?
Loaded question, and most people say, "How do you even answer that?" I got a few. So number one movie, it's kind of like an old classic called 12 Angry Men. Love that movie. Henry Fonda was the lead in that one, but had just great storytelling, and it's all shot in like 2 rooms, the whole movie. Godfather, love that movie. Field of Dreams, my favorite sports movie. Baseball tie-in, farming. How can you top that? Interstellar is my favorite sci-fi movie. Can't beat McConaughey and Christopher Nolan. And then the number 5 for me is always like a tough one because that's the one that like interchanges for me. But I mean, it's to me when you got to come to the holidays. It's a Wonderful Life, Jimmy Stewart. You know, there you are, you old wonderful emporium. There you are, like, you know, Merry Christmas, everybody. Like, then I love Jimmy Stewart. It's like those are like my top 5 movies.
Did we just add a head on Mount Rushmore?
Maybe. Oh, yeah,
Mount Rushmore is 4, right?
Dude,
No,
Oklahoma,
it's okay.
Oklahoma's not good at math. You know?
Hey, OU, baby.
Yeah.
Granny, what's your favorite movie of all time? If you had to choose one movie.
Oh, my goodness. Well, and I can't believe you didn't say John Wayne. That was your
He's a top
favorite.
10.
That was your granddad's favorite.
Yeah, I know.
John Wayne.
He's rolling over right now. He's mad at me.
Yeah, we watched a lot of Western movies.
Which one is your favorite, John Wayne?
I can't remember.
Rooster Cogburn, True Grit.
Oh, I like them all.
I'm the Searchers. Grandpa loved the Searchers.
Yeah.
Rio Bravo. But to me,
good.
as a kid, if you don't like the Cowboys because it's all the young cowboy kids getting to be in the movie with them, that was my favorite one. But it's so sad because, spoiler alert, it's one of the only movies John Wayne dies in. So, yeah. So my dad never liked watching that one because his hero died.
Because John Wayne never dies.
No.
I still don't think he's dead now.
He's not.
You know?
Yeah, we want to go down that rabbit hole? I'm just kidding.
He's on that island somewhere. So on the flip side, though, going back to LA, like at what point, and I'm sure there was a couple moments that you were like, okay, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if LA, outside of, just the random people doing drugs on the streets and all that.
Honestly, it was probably not till COVID when everything, I don't even, can we say that word? Do I need to scratch that out? Can we say, is that not suppressed anymore?
I mean, I don't know. Was it COVID? Was it not?
I don't know. But out there
was COVID, real quick, because I need to hit on this. Granny, was COVID a thing here in Faye? Like, did you walk around with a mask on or anything or no?
A little.
Not in Faye.
A little bit.
Faye.
If I went to a Walmart or something, I would wear it.
Yeah.
But not here.
Yeah.
No.
The other 30 people in the town, you just wanted to make sure that.
Yeah.
Well, the juxtaposition I had, because that's when I started doing the video, started taking off, was during then. I'd go to every 2 weeks I was flying back and forth once the video started taking off. And that's when, to answer your question, that's when I really noticed, like, oh, dude, this is a thing. So probably end of 2020, when our first viral videos took off, like millions of views, I gained like 500,000 followers overnight. I was like, oh, this is a thing. I need to commit to this. But during that time, the juxtaposition of like going to California, which was locked down, you go to the grocery store, people are double masked, wearing hazmat suits, driving in their cars. And then I come out here and there's still people partying, together in the pasture. And, they're passing around that's the big juxtaposition of that. Or like, you'd fly into Oklahoma City and after you got out of the airport, like there was no masks. So that was, to me, I was like, part of also the push out here is like, I think I'm being called back here in different ways. And that was definitely from a lifestyle perspective. But then, to me, it was like God's timing of like, dude, I'm pushing you here because this is where I want you to go in life. I don't need you to be in Hollywood right now or ever maybe, but right now for sure. And so that's when I made that ultimate. I had to convince the wife a little bit, but we finally made it happen.
Yeah.
I could not believe it when they moved back because she was a lifelong Californian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's an Oklahomian.
Okie.
Oklahomie.
Okie.
An Okie. She's an Okie.
Okay. Yeah. We converted her.
What do you think? We talked a little bit offline on, and now that you're doing the social media really around this lifestyle, which I think is awesome. what are your thoughts on kind of this new day and age of ag and where it's going, and hoping maybe people think it's cool again and getting at least outside or driving a pickup truck, wearing boots, whatever that is, because you've seen it firsthand.
Oh, 100%. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with like Texas dealing with the flood of people from California coming to it, or any of that. It's like, this is our moment. We need to capitalize on it. We need to shine. Like, people are drawn to us because of the authenticity that comes with this way of life, and like how it's probably closer to what humans are meant to be versus like and all close together and things are convenient. I think that's why we're drawn to it. But I think for us, and like we should capitalize on this moment, because I saw this with the Yellowstone Effect, and people want to be negative about it. But I think it's like, guys, that's a good thing that people are drawn to this, because then we can kind of get people to show our way of life. But the one thing is, like, it's a 2-lane road too. Of like, if you guys come to it, you got to understand why it operates like it does, and honor that and respect that. And then maybe you might have to change a little bit yourself to live that life, but you're not having to give up your soul. Like, we want you to have your soul, right? Flip it, when you go to, like me, going out to LA, the biggest perspective I have, or seeing people who go to New York or stuff of that nature, sometimes you have to sell a little bit of yourself. And here, we'd rather you be more of yourself, be your authentic self, but also understand there's rules and guidelines and principles of why this way operates like it does. And you got to honor that. And if you honor that, we'll be your best friend. But if you don't honor that, well, I mean, there's a few famous country songs about how we handle those things. And Toby Keith has one of my favorite ones. Him and Willie Nelson sang about it. So, Beer for My Horses, if y'all don't know that one.
That's actually a great clip right there. That what Gatlin just said, I mean, that was spot on. What have you seen? Because y'all get a lot of analytics, honestly, when you post a video, whether you're talking about beef production or farming or vegans or whatever it might be. I mean, what have you seen on some of the videos of like kind of the most, I would say, engagement?
Ooh, it varies. We've evolved. Our content's done like this over the years. Grandma recently learned like it auto translates her stuff to Spanish. You know, it'll do that AI, and like her mouth.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
That
but it's allowing different demographics, different people to see your stuff that they never would have saw it before, understand it. It's really cool. But what we're seeing is, especially now, she's the hottest she's ever been. I'd say like from the like video virality. Now you can't hardly go to Walmart. She's like, last time we came in, she goes, what'd you say? What'd you tell us about you need to wear a wig or something?
Oh yeah, I said I need to get a disguise or something. No, but I love it.
She gets recognized every, and like we can't go places. I can't take her places because she can't get out of costume. Like me, I've always been like hats and like farm gear, and like I can go incognito, which they don't care.
I didn't realize that it was, I would get recognized that much. We went to Branson a month or so ago, and a lot of the young waitresses recognized me. That was awesome. Fun.
Yeah, her demo for sure, like 35, 60 women. She crushes that world, and we've always been kids, more focused on our stuff through TikTok. But what's really cool, like we've been able to kind of tap into so many demographics through our stuff. But like I looked at Grandma the other day, it's like you get on her Instagram, every blue check mark you can think of, to like Dan Bilzerian slid in her DMs. I told her, like, one of the most famous playboys of all time slid in her DMs.
Tell us about it, Granny. How was that? What did he say?
Well, she had no clue who he was. Because she responded, she goes, "Thanks, Dan." I was like, "Grandma, you know who that is?" She's like, no clue, but he has 30 million followers.
What did he say? Do you know what he said?
He liked your video. I don't know who needs to hear this today videos.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he just said, "Nice one, Granny."
Okay.
And I just told her, "Grandma, I think he's shooting a shot. I think he's moved on. I think he's had everything he can have before, but now he wants a taste of the 1940s. I don't know." Yeah, that one, I never in my life would have expected that one to happen.
What's the craziest DM that you've gotten, Granny, outside of that?
The craziest what?
DM, like a message on Instagram.
Oh.
Snoop Dogg one time slid early on in her when she was taking off. Snoop was in. Random. I'm telling her demo is wild.
Did you know who Snoop Dogg was?
Yeah, I kind of know who's. But Gatlin came in one day, and who was that? You said that political person. Well, who was that?
Political person.
And I said no. And sure enough, he was joking.
Oh, we were just joking. We were like, RFK like is hitting
Oh,
on
yeah.
your grandma, RFK, and she's like, what? And then she believed us for a second because we had like somebody, I think one of his old accounts had like commented on her video. Like remember during like I guess they bought an account and it was like living there and they changed it and we were able to kind of like fool her for a second and she was like, nah, that isn't him. But yeah, that was her. But the one I remember for sure of hers that I was kind of at the time I was kind of like, that's wild. But and this is a random one, but like the older brother from Malcolm in the Middle, because we used to grow like, yeah, it's not a big deal, but to me, I'm like, this is like the most random, but I'm like kind of having a celebrity moment. Like the older brother of Malcolm in the Middle just liked and commented on Grandma's video. That's pretty cool. And she's like, I'm like, we used to watch this at your house, Grandma. Oh, okay, yeah, the one that was in the military. Yeah, I know this is random. I think it's Masterson is one of his names, but
Dude, that is so cool. What did Snoop Dogg say when he slid in?
you remember?
No.
It may not have been. It probably had somebody on his team.
Yeah.
She had a video. It was the one with like you can't. I think it was your one where you drive off in the golf cart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Basic or my extra, and his team's like, "That's fire, Granny," or something like that.
I've got to tell him, though, when he said DM, I mean, years ago when we were in California one time, this guy said, I'll DM you. And I thought, oh, gosh, what was that? So when I got in the car with somebody and I said, what was that? And they said, oh, direct message you. I'm going, oh, okay.
We still have to teach her a lot of
And
acronyms.
I forgot what that meant too.
When the
you
trends
said
like
DM.
6'7", I even had no idea. We were like doing the 6'7" the other day. I don't know if you even know.
I don't
The
even
kid-
know what
the
that is.
kids.
I've seen it like
Yeah.
6. What does that mean?
It's what was it again? The way in the options or something. Oh, are you 6 or 7 like height? And it was like something to do with like Bronny's like James or something. I don't even remember. It's like that's how
I can't keep up.
I can't either.
I can't either. My great grandkids,
We have to
they
hit,
come
we
in.
have to hit up my cousin's kids.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on right now? They're like, you got to do the oral
Oh,
farming.
yeah.
I'm like, okay. So we did that, and it like popped, but it's like,
And
thanks,
that's
guys.
exactly what they did to me. They said, say that. And I'm going, and then they just died laughing. And I had no earthly idea. And I still don't really understand it, but that's okay.
You would think for people who can make viral content about trends, we'd be better. We have no idea half the time. It's just like we listen to the young
Yeah.
generation, like what's popping. Like, all right,
Do some research.
yeah.
What was the first video that y'all did?
like me and her together. Oh god, it was during that like the thirst trap era of girls, like, and you could stitch stuff. And I remember like girls would be dancing in bikinis, and like our whole idea was like, okay, this is not probably later on they're probably gonna regret this stuff. So I would stitch on and go, and then Granny came in and was like, why are you watching that? That's a hussy, and that's kind of where all that evolved to, was hussying stuff. 'Cause that's what she would call the girls who were a little provocative, you know, dressed a little bit more. That was
I
like her
love that, man.
terminology for it back in the day.
We hey, we play a game on this show.
All right, you like games, don't you?
Well, I don't know.
It's called
It depends.
Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS, okay?
All right.
Got a pair of boots right here. There's 4 questions in that boot. There's one for you, maybe 2 for Granny, and then 1 for both of y'all.
Okay.
Y'all can choose to give it the boot, one of them the boot, but if you do, that means you have to answer the rest of them. Nobody really gives them the boot. You might as well answer all the questions.
Might as well.
But so Gatlin, you actually have a brand new pair of TECOVAS. Granny, you have a code. We got you a code from TECOVAS for you to go pick out your own boots.
Wow.
But in here, let me see where they are. Got
Those
some,
look nice.
dude.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you know, TECOVAS has their cowboy boots, but when it comes to their work boots on the farm, I
Ooh.
mean, those
Yeah.
things get after.
those are
right there.
nice right there.
So, Gatlin, I'm going to have you pull the questions on top. They'll
Okay.
say, like, which one's for Granny, which one's for you, and which one's for both.
Okay.
Just got
Hope
to
they're
read it
not
out.
hard.
Question number 1.
Can you read it out loud, too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, Granny, this is for you.
Okay.
If you could give the younger generation any advice, what would it be?
Just be good and follow your dreams and stay with the faith.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Give them the boot.
Oh, another one for
Oh,
you, Granny.
my goodness gracious.
All right. So Granny is Granny's public enemy number one amongst this community right now. We didn't know this. We became aware of it via that vegan teacher on YouTube, who used to be an arch nemesis of mine back in the day. So Granny, I'm gonna read this question to you. This will make sense. If you could say one thing to vegans, what would it be?
They don't know what they're missing. I mean, oh my goodness, no. I mean, you can eat normal or whatever it is. I don't know. And still be healthy.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at me.
There you go. Granny, if you don't mind me asking, how old?
84.
84. And I mean, are you a vegan?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
She
I
was
think
out here mowing her yard 2 days ago, full bore, 84. It was like 90 degrees. So it's like,
I have mowed this whole yard all summer long, every 3 or 4 days. Oh my goodness, this was a really a nice summer, but it was a lot
I don't
of
think
work.
there's vegans mowing their yard like Granny does.
well, I just think there's something to be said about eating healthy.
Well, yes.
I
I
mean,
mean, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about that, after the game on kind of what y'all are doing with the direct to consumer, but like you're getting to see your product, so you know what's healthy and what's not. So
Yeah.
we'll get into that.
All right. Next question. Up to you again, Grandma. It's actually both of us. We'll answer this one.
Okay.
What is the funniest farm story you have? We have a lot. That's the problem. We've had a lot of things happen just when we're farming.
Then it might come to
Oh man, funniest farm story. Probably was back working with Dad and Uncle Chris. I was the ranch hand. Like I was I'm the youngest. I'm the baby of the family. So I was the one who got stuck working with everybody as everybody went to college and left. So I was always bullied around, and I might never can do anything right. You probably understand this with your operation. Funniest thing I can kind of remember though is like we were setting corner posts for all this barbed wire fence and stuff you guys see you're driving in, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know like how you take out like they don't tell you, they just say go do it. So you go to do it, and they're like that's not the right way. So one day I was taking out T-post, and they're like, why don't you just, and my gate Bart, who's in our content, my cousin Jarrett would also help us. And so he was like, why don't you, one of y'all go get the tractor, the 4120, put a chain around it. Cause we were trying to do it, like just pull out LT, like pulling out manually, work it and pull. So we got the 4120, got the chain, we're wrapping around it. And as we're pulling it out, I didn't know, like clearance wise, like you need to be a step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Gate bar pulls up and bam, I got whapped in the head. And then the funny part of it all, my dad being how he is, being like, well, now you know to stand back. And that's to me, that is like farming and ranching to its core of like
Totally agree.
learning.
Yeah.
You learn the hard way and no one tells you, you just learn. So that's the funniest thing I can remember is like looking back on it's funny because like that's probably how I tried to be a little bit better at how I teach my son, but that's one for me. You probably have better ones with grandpa and stuff back in the day.
Well, this has been way back. This was before cell phones, ever, anything. And my husband had an aunt that lived in town in Faith. And my husband was in the tractor out in the field. And she called and she said her house was on fire. I ran clear to the tractor, got my husband out there, and he ran to Faith. And she had burnt her toast in the toaster. It wasn't funny at the time, but it is now when she'd burned her toast.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. And that was, that's the reason cell phones are so, that's one good
now,
thing.
right?
Well, I would agree that.
That's one.
When did you get your first cell phone?
Oh, goodness gracious. It
You had
wasn't
that
too long
Nokia.
ago, huh?
I remember that Nokia.
I had a flip phone. We had flip phones for a long time.
I had a flip phone until like 5 years ago.
I know, yeah.
She had
But
the
they were
razor.
good.
She was
I
still
love the
rocking
flip
the
phone.
razor. Oh, me
That's
too.
about all I use them for, though, I don't remember how long it's been.
Yeah, you had the Nokia with the snake game on it. I remember that. I
Oh,
used
the
to play-
snake
yeah.
game.
Now we're aging ourselves, Pat.
Dude, the snake game, and then the little, if you hit the squares, the bomb game.
Yeah. Minecraft. What was that?
Something. Minecraft. Is
Landmine.
like the newer,
Yeah.
something like that.
My
yeah.
great grandkids love the phone, though, now. Every time they're around, they'll say, where's your purse? They know it's
get
in
the phone.
We had to hide Granny's TikTok app on there because the young kids were getting on there posting videos on Granny's account.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah.
We was one time, we were coming from Woodward, and Ailey
Yeah.
posted, she got my phone, and she wasn't but what, 2 or so?
And made a TikTok. We're like,
Yeah.
This is-
And he jumped on that phone, and he said, take that phone away from her.
what are you
That
doing?
is
A
great.
2-year-old have your phone anyway, Grandma. So my daughter does not hang out with Granny that much because
Yeah.
she's a bad influence.
I got in trouble that day.
All right, here's my last question, Grandma.
Okay.
What was the worst audition you ever had? Oh my gosh. Well, I've had a few bad ones because when you're like out there trying to hustle, you're grinding and you're auditioning for everything left and right. I have two I can really think of, but one I won't share because it's like I realized afterwards the casting director I think had a crush on me. I didn't realize that because I was naive young country boy. He's like, Gatlin, you just that all American vibe to you. Why don't you come back in, pay us a visit? Next week. Like, okay, your people talking. And then I didn't realize that. Like, my manager was like, yeah, he's hitting on you. I was like, oh, okay. But that's not the audition was my very first ever audition. Very first ever audition in LA was at the Burbank Hollywood Studios where they film all the Disney shows. Yeah. I'm going to audition for Bunked. And there's nowhere to park. I had never experienced the parking situation in LA. It's like, don't park here between these times or you'll be towed. It took me an hour and a half to find parking down there off of Cahuenga, and I'm trying to park, end up finding a spot. I start sprinting because I'm running late. The guy at the gate guard guy was like, you got to have your ID. I left it in my pickup. All I had was my headshot. I was like, dude, will this work? And he like finally let me in. Then
headshot, you
just had my headshot with my resume and name. I'm like, this is me, see? And so I go in and I run into like the studio lot where they guided me to, and I run into the set of Bunked being filmed. And they're all looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, and I'm sweating. At this point, I have like sweat marks all over me. And I'm like, so they're like, it's that way. They look at you like you're a moron. Like, okay. And then so I run into the audition room. There's no one sitting outside. I'm like, I missed it. Oh my gosh. And the guy comes out and he's like, oh, you're right on time. We were running a little late today. I was like, oh, thank goodness. I get in there and I forgot my lines because I was so worried about parking like that. I'm like, I didn't even remember what I was auditioning for at that point. It was my first ever audition and I bombed it for Disney, which I'm glad it didn't work out. I wouldn't have wanted to be one of those Disney actors anyway, but it's just so funny how that's my very first audition was my experience. And it was definitely I learned show up never early enough for an audition in LA.
Are you pretty good at like impromptu? Like if I gave you like a scene, you could do like a little.
I'm better about that now than I was then. And I think the world of social media has kind of created that. Cause like most of our stuff we script it, but
you can do it.
Like me, I just turn it on cause I'm the one directing this ship a lot. So it's like, I just kind of go.
So I'm going to give you a scenario right now, and you just kind of get into. You're in the locker room, okay? You're the coach. You're the head coach. It's halftime. You're down by 35 points, but it's the state championship, and it's Texas high school football, okay? State championship, down by 35. You got to give that halftime speech to the team. Go,
men. It's not looking good. I'll be the first to say it. We're in a situation that we might not come back from. But it's in moments like these that will teach you lessons you can take with the rest of your life. You may not leave here state champions, but what you can do is leave here with your pride. So these next 2 quarters, let's go out there and empty the freaking tank. Don't leave one stone unturned and make Texas high school football remember this game forever. Now, who's with me?
That was great.
Tried to channel my inner Billy Bob Thornton. I was like, then Al Pacino came in my head. I'm like, what speech am I giving here? Because oh man, you were talking about game. This is a game of inches. That's what came through my head. I'm like, that is not me. I'm not Al Pacino. So
hey, now who's with me? I love that, dude. Oh, that was awesome. Hell yeah. What a great
we had
game.
The locker over here. I about got up and started getting in front of the lockers.
Let's talk about the ranch a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Direct to consumer. Opinionated statement coming, but I think you might agree. It's like it's what we were just talking about, knowing what you're growing and what you're feeding. Like you kind of get to control it now. Yeah. You're cutting off that middleman of going to the consumer. So I think like that's been pretty good, right?
It's great. But one thing is, this is why no one will warn you about this before getting into it. But you think ranching's hard? Add ranching times 2 in a world that you don't know nothing about, which is logistics, marketing, which luckily that's what we're versed in, and that's what we bring to this table differently. But logistics, frozen storage, inventory, like understanding supply chain and demand, understanding conversion, like things like that. Like what are consumers looking for? A lot of that stuff, like you don't think about before you go into it. You think, oh, if we just put our beef in the marketplace, people want to buy from a ranch these days. But then the consumers are also, they don't quite. someone once told me this as a meat guy from Nebraska said, the beef world is the only world where consumers think they're smarter than the producers. So that's the hardest part about that. Like they think they should know what the price of beef is, what the meat should look like, what it should taste like,
How you're feeding.
Yeah. No added hormones, and no antibiotics. They don't even understand what all that truly means and what it takes for like fully 100% grass fed. What type of grass was it raised on? How was it truly raised? Like that type of stuff's the hard part of it. Because then you got to educate people, and it's fun. But the other part of it for us is like, hey, it's really cool to see that somebody from New York is eating part of the cattle that my grandpa started as he's building out the herd in the 1970s. Like the lineage of a lot of our cattle still come from the original herd that he started built bigger in the 70s. And like, that's what's really cool to me. And knowing that we can really keep the family business going, but doing it directly to the consumer. The other caveat no one will tell you about, like the profit margins really don't change much differently as much as you thought it would. I've talked to everybody who's been in this game, even with our friend Steven.
Shout out Stephen
McBee. The McBees, shout them out. Sawyer, the Barn Talk guys, I don't know if you know them, good dudes too. We all talk, we all know each other, and it's I respect the people who are doing it. I respect the heck out of even more because we've done it, and we've done it pretty successfully. Which in 2 years, not even fully 2 years in, we've shipped to every state in the country. We have a 40% retention rate on our customers, which is awesome. But we have a very limited supply. Like we're not good ranchers or butcher box. So that's the big catch there is like, we also have to manage that growing out our herd. Is it worth it to us to really do that? Does it really bring the bottom line up or not? And so for us, it's like, it moves it enough and that we want to do it from a legacy perspective, but you really got to want to do it. Just like, do you want to be in farming and ranching? Because you really got to want to do it because it's a hard lifestyle. And so is direct to consumer. But the cool part about it is like, our brand, our legacy, our family goes beyond our ranch now. It goes beyond our community. It goes out to the world. So that's a pretty special thing. And we can bring a really high quality premium product to the marketplace where the very controversial topic is like, they may not be getting that from, places that they buy at the grocery store. But if you just want to have really good farm ranch raised table, buy either from your local ranches around you, or if you don't have the resource to do that, order from ranches like ours. We'll get it to you. We'll get it to you in 2 days, and you can eat beef that was taken care of, and there's a lot of love to it. A little TLC to that beef versus the beef that, again, you might get somewhere else that wasn't from a farm and ranch.
It's a great point. What about the merch, the bar X?
Yeah.
Okay,
so we launched that as like traditionally, like what Granny, the best-selling shirt. We keep selling out of this thing. I don't have an XL for you. I was going to get you one.
Why did you just tell everybody I was an XL? I mean, what about a medium?
Actually, no, it was...
You don't have a medium?
I misread that. It said extra small.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of Didier Ranch merch, I brought this as a little gift for you too, brother.
So go ahead and talk about it. Let me see what
we just like, part of like the influencer game, you get into it all. You're like, everyone's like, I want to buy stuff from you. So once this started taking off, we started just doing it as another way to revenue streams, right? Spokes in your wheel. How can you, American beef, because we're very proud that all of our beefs are raised 100% in America. Yeah. Morals over Hussey's coffee, medium roast, grandma's low acid, organic superfood coffee. Like it allowed us to start selling things and doing things. There you go.
Yeah, beef juicy beef
shirt.
Yeah,
dude, I love this one right here.
That's what you should have told the vegans. It's simple. Just eat it.
Just eat it.
And you'll be converted. You'll see the light. But we started that as just like a thing to do, and it's become fun because we care about that. So that's 100% cotton shirt because people very want to wear a shirt that there's a lot of research and data coming out on like any things that have plastics in it, right? So we have a lot of people in the farm and rancher world who work 100% cotton, even though it's hotter, because they don't want their skin to rub against that. That's all made from cotton, all made U.S. cotton. Now, the shirt, was it built in America? No, that one was built in Honduras because it's hard. You learn that world too, the supply manufacturing world of merch. But the fun part is like, I wear a hat every day. Let's make hats that represent our way of life, have our brand on it, and then what things we stand for, like God, family, country. That's literally what we're built on, our whole foundation.
Could be a country song right there.
God, family, country. I think it is. I think Ann Wilson did that one, huh? Or God, family, or something like that.
Granny, can you sing?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you've done a few parodies with us over the years. And that's what's fun. We get to and wear them in the videos. And again, make sense common again. Granny's, this has been, because we just need to bring more common sense back to America.
That's a great t-shirt.
Exactly.
This has been sometimes like Morals Over Hussies was the best selling shirt. Fiddle around and find out. We had the FAFO. it's fun, but it's like we're also not trying to be an apparel company. Like we're not trying to be the next TECOVAS or people in the world of that stuff. But if you do want to support us, it's one way to support
it's
us.
A mission, like what we talked about.
And we wear it because like we're not going to just sell I hated those like print transfer shirts. Good low quality, and then you're like, and after a couple washes,
what
fades.
are we doing here?
Yeah.
I agree with that. What else is coming down the pipeline?
Ooh,
I know you're working on some cool stuff that we can't quite yet talk about.
Yeah.
But anything that
you want to tease a little bit? You want to tease it?
No.
No? Okay. All right. We won't tease it. But Granny is
It
going to
might
be.
not happen.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's happening.
No, it might.
Yeah. Now she's just
We
really.
haven't
teasing me.
talked about it yet.
I'm so confused right now.
Me too. I don't know
Anyway.
what you're talking about.
I think we're on two different brainwaves.
now
but-
I'm really excited what's coming down the pipeline.
So one of the things that we do have coming down the pipeline though is Granny's launching her own product, like a legit product that it's had a lot of time, energy, and effort built into. So we won't. That's as much as we'll leave.
We just don't know what the product is.
Well, we know what it is.
Okay, yeah.
But they won't know
Yeah.
until the day we launch, which we're looking to launch in January of 2026.
Okay.
So be on the
Love that.
lookout. This is the first time we've ever even mentioned it
No. Okay.
to anybody.
And now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, we weren't. So you weren't talking about that.
Oh, so you're thinking about something. So
What were
you
you
got
thinking
some other
that-
things
I
up
was
your
thinking about
sleeve.
what you told me yesterday and asked me yesterday, and I was
Can
going.
you whisper
no,
in my ear?
look,
Oh.
that was what I was.
She Granny likes to read a lot of books, and she has a lot of subscribers on Facebook who pay $4.99 to subscribe to her. But we're like, what do they subscribe to? Like, so like, Grandma, you should start like a book club.
Book club, yeah. Well, you should. What about writing your own book?
No, but I slept on that, and I'm thinking I'm going to nix that part.
You gonna nix it?
Nix it.
Okay, all right. Well, sorry guys.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just learning.
But Gatlin always comes. He used to come in. Now he kind of quit that, but he'd come in and he'd say, "Have you got anything today?" And I'd say, "No, I have nothing. No."
What did you always say? You're like, there ain't
Yeah,
nothing
I
going
don't
on
have
up
nothing.
here.
So he finally quit after so many times of that.
Yeah,
I
just don't
have
ask
nothing.
Grandma. You have any ideas on something?
No, I do
Just-
not have nothing.
Yeah, that's
No.
her. I love how you shot like tough pitch, dude. You
I
gotta
know.
Try being a board meeting member, like pitch to her.
And maybe there's a next career for you when it comes to acting. Maybe you can now move to LA.
No.
We'll keep
No.
talking. Okay, we'll talk on
Yeah.
the side. All right.
Okay.
I
I got to tell you one little story though, right quick.
Yes, ma'am. Go for it.
Your boots,
Yes, ma'am.
and I love that design on the heel. I just seen that, but I love boots. And but you know, I've been in farming ever since I was 17. That's when I married his grandpa. But I was a city girl. But at 17, I got into this stuff. And then I had 2 boys and my husband, and they all had to have boots. I mean, well, you know, that's all they wore was boots. I never had a pair of boots in my life. Never.
Still today.
I couldn't afford them.
Hey, well, I'm glad to tell you now, TECOVAS
TECOVAS
is giving you a brand new pair of
Okay,
boots that you
thank
get to pick out. So
Okay, thank you.
that is a great story.
That's, I've we
First,
couldn't
Granny's
have-
first pair of boots to TECOVAS. Wow.
and at
from-
84 years
no,
old. At
84. She's like, I never have had a pair of boots. I was like, what? It
We
blew my
couldn't
mind.
afford them. We had to have boots, and those boots, even back then, were expensive, and they're really expensive
Now,
now.
yeah. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
I
But I
really.
love boots. Those are nuts.
Oh, thank you. And I put the gator on there too. I
looks good.
customized them. I put my name,
Oh,
Oh, those are
there.
nice.
and then I put a gator because I was in Austin, and you know the Gators beat Texas this past weekend.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know if we offend any Longhorn fans
Yeah,
here. I'm not
sorry.
sorry at all.
Got the horns down on
Yeah.
the back.
I'm not
Sorry.
sorry at all.
Yeah.
Because it's OU Texas week. I mean, we're filming this. But I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
when
yeah.
this will.
But people need to know it's
They need
OU
to-
Texas.
Yeah,
week.
and we are proud sponsors of
Oklahoma football.
Oklahoma Athletics.
Athletics, not just
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Shame on me
Didier
for just
Ranch.
assuming
Yeah,
it was
right?
just football.
Yeah.
Other
But-
sports matter.
Yeah,
Gatlin.
we have softball, right?
awesome softball.
Legendary softball. And we do have historically really good gymnastics programs. So.
I think even decent on the golf side too.
Oh, yes. Coach Hibble and them.
Yep.
Great, dude. They're really awesome. So,
There we go.
But can I give one other shout out too on there too?
Yeah.
Y'all need to go keep up with John Mateer. That's all I'm going to say.
Tears a beat.
I know y'all love football around here. So we love John Mayer. He loves Didier Ranch beef. So,
Does he?
yes. He eats a lot of steak.
Shout out Mateer.
Carpenter bee. That won't hurt you. It won't even phase you. Them Oklahoma bees, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't sting like them
They're not
Florida
like
bees.
Florida bees,
No.
man. I'm telling you now.
My uncle, by the way, my other uncle, my mom's brother, played baseball at University of Florida. He was a Gator. So
Great baseball.
my
school.
first experience of SEC baseball was Florida Gator baseball.
Well, now you get all SEC now that Oklahoma decided to step into the big leagues.
Yep. Yeah, fun. There ain't nothing like it. I'll say that.
We should do a game sometime.
100%.
And we're going to do a Buffalo Bills game, Granny. We forgot to tell you that. We're going
Yes.
to bring you to Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills.
So you're coming to Buffalo.
You're going to go jump on a table. Bring the hot shot, though. I think some of the people might need that.
Yeah, we definitely need to bring that to Bills Mafia.
Yeah, I think I'm too old for all that.
Oh,
No,
you're never
what?
too old. No.
What's like, okay, if you could do one more trip, like what's your dream trip that you want to do?
Well, I've just about done all
Or go back anywhere. Where would you like to go back to?
probably Hawaii.
Oof.
Probably, yeah, that was fun.
We got to go to Hawaii together one
Yeah.
time.
I've never been to Hawaii.
What? I think we got to take Pat on his first Hawaii trip, Grandma.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to Hawaii. That's what we're going to do.
All right.
And
They
I've
got
already
football out there,
I got
too.
to go on my first cruise 2
Are
years
you?
ago.
Oh, 2 years ago, you got to go on the
2
first
years.
one.
So
Where'd you go?
She travels.
Cozumel and Honduras and Costamel.
Did you go by yourself?
No.
Oh,
A group. She goes with a group. She has like a group.
yeah.
But
Thanks for the invite.
I get people when she goes on these trips, all of a sudden just people are sending me photos of her and them and Granny together. I'm like, in Maine. I'm like, what? Niagara Falls. Like people are just taking selfies with Grandma. I'm like, maybe she needs a security detail or something at this point. I don't know. Something you
Got
gotta
over
watch
1
out.
million followers, Granny. I mean, you're popular.
I didn't realize that till recently,
That you're popular?
that I'm getting recognized a lot.
She
I don't
stays
know about
very
being
humble
popular.
living out where this is a very humbling thing for her. She has no idea. She really has no idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many people recognizing Granny out here right now. What a
No.
beautiful day, by the way.
Even
Yeah.
the cows aren't coming to
Yeah.
watch me. No, the cows are just staying away.
Yeah, we did get a beautiful day today.
They
We do.
usually come when we're doing something, but they aren't coming today.
This has been awesome.
Thank you, Pat. This was fun. Thank you for coming out all the way to.
Yeah.
People call it BFE. We call it God's country.
Yeah, I mean, I would not have missed the opportunity to come out here, and I really appreciate what y'all are doing.
Thank you,
I
man.
really do. You are
too.
doing a great job.
You as well, man. We're fans of what you're doing and fans of what you're trying to achieve with all this too. So thank you. And we need more people in ag and in farming and ranching to we all need to. Our community's always about like supporting each other, but like let's back up what we say too. So that's how I feel, man. You're doing great work and. Thank you. Thank you for having me and Granny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. I haven't done many podcasts. So this is fun.
We
And-
got to make this like a reoccurring thing. I mean, this has been
Well,
awesome.
Buffalo, Hawaii. What
Yeah.
else are you gonna throw in there, Granny? A holiday?
Yeah, maybe Thanksgiving together.
4th of July, maybe? At the river?
America's 250th coming up next year.
We're gonna be in Cheyenne, Wyoming already. We've already been booked for that.
for 4th of July.
Yeah.
I mean,
For America 250.
hey, look forward to keeping up with y'all. Appreciate y'all coming to the show. And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in every single Wednesday. Catch us on YouTube, wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.